So I think the biggest change has been that we have to tell Google a lot less than we used to. It used to be we had to be super prescriptive about everything from keywords to bids, and Google has gotten a lot smarter. So a lot more of our time is spent just sort of putting guardrails in place for Google for it to understand what it is we're trying to achieve, and the focus really is on the outcomes as opposed to keywords. I think that's also been one of the biggest issues because a lot of people obviously still associate paid search at this very granular keyword level. But at its base, Google is really starting to understand that audience intent is a larger signal that they can capitalize on better, and they have so much data. So there's definitely some friction between this sea change of everything being about these very granular bids and these really granular keywords, and now Google really wants us to focus more on being marketers. So I would say that's probably been the biggest shift for a lot of people, and you still see unhappiness about it very often. So one of the things I try and do in these courses is teach you what is happening now in preparation for what's likely coming. So you'll notice in this course there's a lot of discussion about audience types and things that really aren't as specific to keywords. We obviously go over keywords because they're important, but things like that are becoming more of a signal to Google as opposed to a prescriptive way that you're telling Google to run your stuff. So I try and make sure that students understand what are the tools that you have to leverage now that are actually far more powerful than traditional things like bids or keywords. I've been teaching digital marketing for years, and it's actually one of my favorite things to do. I learn a lot about what kind of challenges businesses have, what kind of things people get stuck on in these interfaces. So I really was excited to become a CXL instructor just to be able to help more people do these things efficiently. I think it's very difficult to find beginner courses for a lot of these. Most people wind up resorting to just using a bunch of pages on Google, and they don't necessarily explain it really great. So I like that I can break this down in a way that actually is meaningful to the way we market as opposed to just a technical way of running a platform.